Alright, hey guys, what's up? Welcome to today's video and welcome back to my channel. So if you are new here, hi, I'm Kira, that's Kai. Jackson's out in his little chair. I'm keeping a close eye on because he just learned how to really sit up in it, so yeah. Okay, so today we are doing a makeup and mystery. Jackson's looking up at the ceiling and he's reaching for it. It's really freaking cute. But anyways, today we're doing a makeup and mystery, and we are going to be talking about a case that I hate to say it, but it's one of my favorite cases. I absolutely loved researching this case. It's so intriguing, and I feel so bad. So I feel like this is should be a big case and should be known more. Not just because of who it is, but because of the fact that this is honestly not the first time it's ever happened, and definitely won't be the last. But it's not the first time and it won't be the last time. It's your stereotypical abusive relationship. But it's mentally abusive. I don't think people realize you can be abused mentally, but you can. It's a thing. I mean, it's so many things. It's basically we'll cover it a little bit in this case, but telling people your significant other what they can and can't do. You don't have to hit your significant other to be abusive. Your words can very, very much be abusive, and that is something that I feel like people should know. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. How is this kid already a freaking mess? What in the world, dude? Alright, but anyways, today we are going to be talking about the case of Emma Walker, who was tragically stalked and murdered by her ex-boyfriend, Riley Gall, who has been convicted. We can say, yes, he admitted it. He did kill her. He said it wasn't on purpose. It was just to scare her. But, yes, he admitted it. He is the one that killed her, and it's so sad. It's so sad. He will be in jail for 50 years before he even gets the possibility to get parole, which basically means he will be too old, if he gets on parole, to really do anything to anybody else, which I think is a big thing in this case, that he was a kid. I mean, he was in his freshman year of college. So Emma met Riley her freshman year of high school. And, when you're in high school, you just kind of have all these emotions. It's so different. Life is just so completely different. And I think that she was kind of experiencing that. Emma Walker was so gorgeous. Oh my god, this girl was the epitome of drop dead gorgeous. She kind of looked like a blonde bombshell. She was seriously beautiful. And on top of that, she was a cheerleader and so smart. She wanted to be a neonatal nurse and work around children, which is just the greatest thing ever. So it's such a shame that she didn't actually get the chance to work around kids. She is forever going to be 17, which is so sad. So she met Riley, and Riley actually was in a relationship with somebody else. I mean, they kind of had the stereotypical, he was the star football player and she was a cheerleader. She was the only freshman to make it on her high school's cheerleading team, which should tell you how... I just had to clean up Kai's mess, so if I look a little agitated, that's why. Because he knows he's not supposed to go down this way, he's supposed to go down the other way, and he does it just when he only goes this way when I'm filming. I don't know why. So... I'm just a little agitated right now because now I have tea all over my cords. So, anyways, I'll get over it. Try to get it cleaned up, which I have towels on it to soak it up. I'm going to have to go back to it after this video and get new towels and soak it up some more. Best I can do right now. There's no point in getting mad at a toddler. There's really just no point. He's going to do it again, so there's no point. But anyways, so Emma was the only freshman to make it on her high school cheerleading squad, which really should tell you how talented this girl was. And people who knew her said that they thought she was like the stereotypical pretty cheerleader, but like when you met her, she was so sweet and one of the nicest people you would ever meet. Like, she just all around, from the research I did, sounds like a nice kid. Like, she sounded like a nice girl. And she met Riley her freshman year in school, and she was absolutely smitten with him. He was the star football player, but he already had a girlfriend at the time that he met her. But from the way I read about it, it said that it didn't take him long to break up with said girlfriend, to be with Emma. But he had already promised this girlfriend, like when they broke up, that he would still take her to prom, which I think upset Emma. I mean, it would upset me. So Emma's friend said it didn't take long in the relationship with Emma and Riley for it to start becoming toxic and abusive. He didn't really want to hang out. Like, they said, and you can watch, there's a Dateline episode about it, but they said that they thought it was weird that Riley never wanted to meet them. Riley wasn't interested in, like, he would call Emma nonstop whenever Emma would hang out with them. He eventually started controlling what she wore, and that was concerning to her friends, which that would be concerning to me also. That was my friend, so I see where they were coming from. I mean, abusive relationships is stuff like that, where they control, like, who you are. Like, they basically control who you are. They control who you hang out with, and they control what you wear. Like, that is an abusive relationship. That is 100,000% an abusive relationship. And a lot of times people don't know that they're in an abusive relationship until afterwards. But once you've been in an abusive relationship, you can point out the signs a lot easier. So I think Emma would have been a great person had she gotten the chance to grow up. So it also didn't take Emma and Riley very long to be the toxic couple that were breaking up. Like, they were on and then they were off. They would break up, then make up, break up, then make up. Which, I don't feel like that should be connected with toxicity, because when I was younger and I had a boyfriend, like, I don't have boyfriends anymore, but when I was younger and I had a boyfriend, I mean, I remember my first boyfriend and I actually have dated like 3 or 4 times in our lives. Like, we would break up, make up, break up, make up, and we would be together like a lot. So I don't feel like that can be connected with toxicity, because Sean and I didn't have a toxic relationship. We just, like, we were different, I guess is what I'm trying to say. We were different. I need to start using more powder puffs aside from Tati's, because Tati Beauty is no more. Which is sad. So, this story is just so sad. Riley goes off to college because I don't know if I mentioned this, but he was older than Emma. So, he was a few years older than Emma. I believe he was a sophomore or a junior when she was a freshman. But, anyways, so Riley goes off to college. And I don't know what, I want to use a shade from here. I don't know, I think I'm going to use Jade in my brows today. Because I just kind of want purple brows. Don't ask me why, I'm just feeling it today. Probably going off of my old burgundy hair I used to have. I'm thinking of redoing my hair. Let me know what you guys think. But anyways, so Riley goes off to college, and Emma had seen on Snapchat Riley had pictures with a bunch of girls, and that is when she kind of, like, basically was like, I'm done with this whole relationship, and ended up calling it off because she said she deserved better, which you do. You go, girl. You do. Emma's parents were very happy with this, because I don't know if I'd mentioned it, but they kind of saw the toxicity of Emma and Riley's relationship pretty early on, and actually made moves to keep Riley and Emma apart. And this was before Riley went to college, actually. So, baby, I'm glad to know you still love Mommy, even though Mommy had to yell at you. I'm trying to teach you things in life. Trust me, it'll make it better. And you'll feel the same way when you have kids one day, okay? So, that's good to know, Kai. Emma's parents were really, like, dead on about the toxic relationship, and they even made their own steps to kind of, like, take care of it. So they took her phone away. They would follow her to work. She wasn't allowed to like actually leave and go anywhere. Like she was grounded. Riley was banned from being at their house. Like they really did not like this kid. And they really took the steps to keep Emma away from him. But of course it didn't work. I mean, like apparently parents read their kids' emails, which I didn't know, or their text messages, which I didn't know. I guess I was lucky and my parents never read my text messages. But I still had an iPod Touch that I would, like, do iMessage off of because it was free. But my parents literally never read my text messages. So I don't know if maybe I was just trusted. Because I know my dad read my brother's text messages once. He went through my brother's phone, which was hilarious. Because my mom was like, why did you just go through Ryan's phone? And my dad was like, oh no, I just wanted to. That's my parents' relationship. They're fucked. But, so basically, Emma's parents were really, really doing the right thing and trying to keep Emma and Riley apart. And when Riley went to college and this whole, like, breakup thing happened, they were really, really excited and ecstatic for Emma, but they still kept her under wraps. And, I mean, she was still technically not allowed to do anything. This one night, her parents felt she was getting better, and they decided to let her go to this, like, party after this football game. And Emma was really excited. So she ends up going to it, and she was getting these, like, weird text messages all throughout the night, talking about, like, they had somebody that she loved, and she needed to come outside, or they were gonna hurt this person. By the way, I'm using Might Be, which is a Super Shock cheek from ColourPop. Still so creamy and beautiful. Emma didn't believe it until she got a text message that said something along the lines of, he's in the ditch outside her house. Shame you don't care, or you suddenly don't value life, or something like that. So Emma was freaked out and decided to tell her friends about it, and they all decided to go and check this out and see what the hell is going on, which I would too. And they go outside and they find Riley face down in a ditch. And there's actually an interview of one of the friends that found Riley with Emma, and he's talking like he is not happy. Or is that she was not happy to see him because she was like, we just broke up, just leave me alone. What I find intriguing is Riley's story was that somebody had knocked him out and brought him there, and he had no idea why. But when he called one of his friends to come pick him up, even this friend that he literally called that is supposed to be on your side didn't believe him. I mean, it's a far-fetched story when you think about it. It really, really is a far-fetched story. And, I mean, it does happen. When people get kidnapped, like, it does happen. So, I mean, like, that is something that, like, be truthful. But I think that most people are kind of on the side of it wasn't. It was just a ploy to kind of get to her. And there was even a situation where Emma was going to meet her mom one day, and she was about to leave. So anyways, there was a time when Emma was supposed to meet her mom for, like, lunch or something like that, and Emma didn't end up meeting her, so her mom got obviously, like, concerned and went back to the house and found Emma with Riley. And the story was Emma was about to leave, and there was, like, some really excessive knocking on the door, and Emma saw, like, a guy in all black or somebody in all black. She freaked out and called Riley and said something along the lines of, I hate you, but I need you right now. And so basically, Riley was kind of playing superhero, basically, and I think he really liked it. So the night Emma died, her father actually woke up to a loud bang, and he said that it sounded like a door being shut very hard in his house, and he went and checked after he heard it a second time on his kids, and he said that they were both asleep, and he didn't think anything of it until the next morning when Emma's mom goes to wake Emma up, and she couldn't. Now, from what I understand, Emma is a morning person. Like, she's very cheerful, fairly easy to wake up. So when Emma didn't wake up, it really concerned her mother. And she really tried to wake her up, and then she started to nudge her. And that is when Emma's mom found that Emma had no pulse. And so they called 911, and they instantly thought it was like a kid committing suicide or something like that. Which, if you kind of like research Emma, then you'd know, Kai, there's juice in here. Then you would know that suicide doesn't really sound like her. But I mean, after the investigation, the police did find bullet holes in her room. So, I mean, it was proven that she was shot at. And Riley said that he was just doing it to, like, they do eventually figure out it's Riley. Like, his friend sold him out. He had a gun. Like, his friend sold him out. Good for his friends. But anyways, so anyways, Riley was saying that he was just trying to play the superhero, like the hero, because anytime something had happened, Emma would always call Riley, and that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to scare her. And police were able to prove that this was not true, that where the bullet holes had been aimed at, somebody had been in her, it had to be somebody that had been in her room and knew where she would be and knew how to kill her. Like, knew where to fire it to kill her. So it was premeditated and pre-planned. So what I'm guessing is there was something along the lines of a last conversation between Emma and Riley where she said something along the lines of, like, she didn't want to be with him anymore and she was wanting to move on with her life. And Riley just couldn't accept that. And that is an abusive relationship. That really, really is. But anyways, I'm glad that Riley got convicted of her murder because Emma was so young and so beautiful, and she probably would have did a lot of good stuff in the world. And it's a shame that we don't get to know what she would have done. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, all that social media great stuff, because it really helps this channel out. And I'm going to go, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye, guys!